Good day, students at home. You're welcome to another episode of Mathematics on School on the Air. Today, we shall be looking at the topic area of plane shapes. What is a plane shape? This is a flat, two-dimensional shape with no thickness. Once something has no thickness, example is a piece of paper or a nylon. We all know nylon and we know sheet of paper. They have no thickness. So anything of such with two dimensions are referred to as plane shapes. Now, example of plane shapes. The examples are many, but for the purpose of this class, the examples are circle, triangle, square, then rectangle. But as I've said, we have a lot of them. Then, what is an area? Area is a very common word in mathematics, but it has its own definition. Area can be defined as the number of square units occupied by the shape. What's the meaning of this? The area is the number of units that the shape in question will cover if it is placed on a particular ground. One will say square. It can be in terms of millimeter, in terms of centimeter, in terms of meter. So the number of square that the shape is able to occupy or cover, that is the area of that plane shape. Now we want to consider the types of plane shapes we have. So I want to start with a circle. What is a circle? A circle, as you can see on the screen, is a plane shape bounded by a curved surface. If you look at the diagram on the screen, you will see that the edge of this diagram is curved. That's why it is defined as a shape that is bounded by a curved surface. Every part of it is curved. Then, the area of a circle is given by the formula pi r squared. The pi is a constant and it has a value 22/7, while radius is determined by the value given in the question. Now let's go to example to illustrate the calculation of area of a circle. This question goes thus: calculate the area of a circle radius 10.5 centimeter. Definitely we are applying the formula area is equal to pi r squared. Firstly, we have to write out what we are given that we are going to slot into the formula. So the radius is 10.5 centimeter. Our pi is 22/7. Therefore, area is equal to pi r squared, and we have 22/7 times 10.5 times 10.5. We have 10.5 twice because we have r squared. If we multiply 22 by 10.5 by another 10.5/7, we will have 348.5 centimeter squared. Students are advised to be careful of the units because the unit for area is unit squared. Whatever the unit is, you square it. Here we have centimeter as our unit, and for that reason we have centimeter squared. Let us look at another example. Example 2. This one says, find the area of a circle whose diameter is 14 centimeter. In this example, we are not given the radius, but the diameter. This is also possible for us because the relationship between diameter and radius of a given circle. Diameter here is 14 centimeter, but diameter is 2 radius. Definitely to get 1 radius, we have to divide 14 by 2, hence our r is 7 centimeter. Therefore, area is equal to pi r squared as usual. So we have 22 over 7 times 7 times 7. 7 will cancel 7. We have 22 times 7, and that gives us 154 centimeter squared. Centimeter squared and not centimeter. Third example for illustration. Given that the area of a circle is 54 centimeters squared, find the radius of the circle. Here, we are given the area and the radius is required to be calculated. This is also fairly simple. What we need to do here is just to make the radius the subject of the formula. As we can see, area is equal to pi r squared, the formula. Therefore, 54 is equal to 22 over 7 times r squared. We can cross multiply here because 22 over 7 times r squared is a product. So we have 54 times 7 is equal to 22 r squared. So we have 378 is equal to 22 r squared. If we make r squared the subject of the formula, we will have 378 over 22. So we have r squared is equal to 17.18, and our r will be square root of 17.18. R is equal to 4.14 centimeter. Students should note here that the unit here is centimeter and not centimeter squared, because what we are calculating is length and not area. Now we want to go to another plane shape, and the name of that one is rectangle. This is also a popular shape or figure in mathematics. A rectangle is a plane shape with 4 sides where all the interior angles are right angles, that is 90 degrees. This is the shape of a rectangle. Opposite sides are equal and parallel. As you can see, the sign for parallelism there and sign for equality. The area of a rectangle is given by length times breadth, which is given as LB, that is length times breadth. That is the formula for the area of a rectangle. Let's use this example to illustrate the calculation of the area of a rectangle. The question says, calculate the area of a rectangle with length of 8 centimeter and breadth of 5 centimeter. We are going to apply the formula that we have been given, length times breadth, to get the answer. Now, solution. Area of rectangle is equal to LB. Our length is 8, our breadth is 5. So we multiply 5 by 8 and we get 40 centimeters squared. This one is also 40 centimeters squared because what we are calculating is area and not ordinary length. Now we move to another example to illustrate the calculation of the area of a rectangle. This example question says, if the area of a rectangle is 64 centimeters square, while the length is 16 centimeters, find the breadth of the rectangle. This question is not that direct because we are given the area of the rectangle while the breadth is required of us to calculate. This also is very simple to do. Solution. Let the breadth be P. Area of the rectangle is equal to length times breadth. If you slot in the values we have 64 is equal to 16 times P. We have 64 is equal to 16P. When we make P the subject of the formula, we have 64 over 16. And our P will give us 4 centimeters. This means that the breadth will be 4 centimeters if the length is 16 centimeters, for us to have the area as 64 centimeters squared. Students should note that the unit here is also centimeter and not centimeter squared. We'll go to another type of plane shape, and this is called parallelogram. So we are looking at area of parallelogram. What is a parallelogram? A parallelogram is a four-sided shape with opposite sides parallel and equal in lengths. Four-sided, meaning there are four sides, and the opposite sides are equal and they are also parallel. The area of a parallelogram can be got in two ways as a result of the dimension given. What's the meaning of this? There is no one formula for parallelogram that will be used to solve all questions on parallelogram, but the information supplied by the question determines the formula to be used. Now, the first one says area is equal to base times perpendicular height, and this is a diagram. The base here is B, while perpendicular height is H. So we have area is equal to BH. The second case, area is equal to product of two sides and the sine of included angle. The diagram we have here is what the diagram will look like for this kind of question. You have your A, you have your B. And when we say included angle, the angle must be between the two lines that are given, as you can see in this diagram. And the area will now be AB sine theta. Now, let's look at some examples to illustrate the calculation of the area of parallelogram. This question says, calculate the area of parallelogram given below. If you look at this diagram very well, we have the base as 28, we have the vertical height at 7 centimeters, and the slant height another side as 12 centimeters. Definitely there is no angle here, so this is the type of the first case. Solution now. Area is equal to base times height. Our base here is 23, while the height is 7. So we multiply 23 by 7 and we get 161 centimeters squared. Students should note that the area is always in square units. Example 2. Find the area of the parallelogram in the figure shown below. The figure given to us, we have the angle as 106 degrees, while the base is 20 centimeters and the other side is 6 centimeters. Students should not be confused by this type of diagram because the angle given, the line that gave them, are not labeled. But if we use the property of parallelogram, we know that opposite sides are equal and they are also parallel. So the angle is still correct where it is located. So, solution now. Area is equal to AB sine theta. We know our A to be 20 and our B to be 6, and we multiply by sine 106. How do we get sine 106? Sine 106 will be 180 minus 106, and that one will give us 74. So, if we use 74, we'll get 0.9613. So the answer will be 115.36 centimeters squared. Solution. The area is given as AB sine theta. So we have 20 times 6 times sine 106. How do we get sine 106? We get that one by saying sine 180 minus 106. So we'll have sine 74. If you look at that one in the four-figure table, we will have 20 times 6 times 0.9613. And our final answer will be 115.36 centimeters squared. The unit is centimeter squared because the dimensions are given in centimeter. Now, summary on what we have done so far. A plane shape is a flat two-dimensional shape with no thickness. This we have explained. Another one, area of a plane shape is the number of square units occupied by the shape. Examples of plane shapes are circle, triangle, rectangle, etc. As I've said, the examples are many, but these are just few. Then, formula for area of a circle is given as pi r square. Pi is a constant, 22/7, and r is for the radius of the given circle. A rectangle is a plane shape with 4 sides. The formula for the area of a rectangle is length times breadth. Then, a parallelogram is a 4-sided flat shape with opposite sides parallel and equal. Now, another one, the formula for the area of a parallelogram are area is equal to base times perpendicular height, while in the second case, area is equal to product of 2 sides and the sine of included angle. Now, assessments. Find the area of a circle whose radius is 3 cm. 2. Calculate the radius of a circle of radius 210 cm squared. 3. Name other 4 types of plane shapes. I hope students at home are writing down this question. So the question again, find the area of a circle whose radius is 3 cm. Calculate the radius of a circle of area 210 cm squared. Name other 4 types of plane shapes. I will be expecting your answer. Till the next time we meet. Bye for now.